Greetings, hello and welcome to a little channel update video. Channel update, channel year in review, whatever you want to call it. So I thought I'll throw that out at the end of the year. Looking back at what happened last year, what's happening at the current time, and then also maybe some looking ahead what's gonna happen in the next year or so, or next month even. So I'm gonna throw just some footage from one of the previous recent episodes here in the background. Spoiler alert if you haven't watched those yet, although I don't think anything super exciting is going to show up here. Anyway, so starting also off with the current YouTube series. So I'm currently playing the Mod Jam mod package for Long War of the Chosen, with that super long mod list that's in that video description. Also, I'm enjoying that a whole lot. It's a nice change from regular Long War of the Chosen, and always new stuff to discover, always new little things you haven't thought about, little details to see there. So that's a ton of fun, and I hope you also enjoy watching that. Going back to the comments, I think that is the case mostly. So that's gonna obviously, with all Long War campaigns, last a little bit longer. We're like, I don't know, a third to 50% through the campaign, so there's still a way to go there. With talking about the campaign, there's two things I quickly just wanted to mention. First of all, as of recording this, and probably for the foreseeable future, I have a generous backlog, as in I've pre-recorded a few episodes ahead, so that I'm any kind of comments or tips I can only engage with about a week delay. Let's put it this way. Part of the reason for that is I plan to go on a holiday trip in February and might not be able to record anything for 2 weeks. So I kind of prepare getting a bigger and bigger backlog so that I can go on vacation and we still have a daily episode going out. Although, given the current situation of things, that holiday trip may or may not happen. We'll see. And also the other thing is, it really is so much more comfortable having like a backlog and not having to record every day for the next day and hoping that you manage to render and upload and YouTube to process it in time. This way I can just sit here and say, yeah, I'm good for the next 5 days, so I don't have to worry about anything. Talking about the current series, so there are some big changes, both that happened recently to some of the classes and also that will come soon. First of all, while we see here in this episode some mechs in action, there has been a big overhaul of the mech classes. So let me just switch over, careful, it's a little bit brighter, to this sheet with the mech classes. So mechs now have 4 skill trees instead of 3. They no longer get random XCOM perks or the AP system to buy that. So AP are completely removed from the mech classes, and they have a little bit more variety in their skill choices, but of course no XCOM rules. So no randomness in the skill trees. I haven't actually looked at those in depth yet. My concern is that if there's no random XCOM row talents, you don't see anything in particular and say, oh, I'm gonna build this mech this way and this mech that way. You might just have like a cookie cutter build that you go with all your classes and don't make a different build because you have an interesting combination of XCOM row perks. That's just a concern I have in general with fixed skill trees, but we'll see how it shakes out. Now, I think I'm up to episode 57 that I've pre-recorded for now, so I'm not sure if I'm going to immediately jump onto this and respec all our mechs, or if I give it some more time. I definitely want to hear some opinions, some feedback on that. So please, if you have any strong opinion either way, leave them in comments. I could just not touch our existing mechs and just run them with the old setup with XCOM row. I don't think that would break anything. So I could just leave them alone for the rest of the campaign. But then it also would just showcase something that's outdated already. So I'm not really a fan of that. Similarly, there are plans, as you can see in this little document, for an overhaul of the base Longbow of the Chosen classes. So of your Assault Grenadier, Gunner, Ranger, Sharpshooter, Shinobi, Specialist, and Technical. This is work in progress. This is not the final form of this overhaul, but you can already see some changes here with Terrifying Suppression for the Gunner and Non-Shall Pass for the Ranger. So Scrap Metal being baseline catches my eye here on the Ranger. Slamfire, very interesting. So this will probably come within the next 2 weeks or so. So at that point, I'll also have to then make a choice if we respec all our base class soldiers and see if they fit that new tree, or if we just stay with the old trees. Yeah, again, happy to hear any sort of comments, opinions on that. Already seeing some concerning things like lightning reflexes moving all the way down to Tech Sergeant. Yikes, okay, but that's something to look at later on. Anyway, enough about the YouTube series. What else is happening on the channel? So, well, on the channel itself, not much else on the YouTube channel, but as I've mentioned a few times, and you might know, I'm also more or less regularly now streaming on Twitch. So there are currently 2 campaigns on Twitch ongoing. So one is the Steam release campaign. So this is a campaign that I started last week Monday. This is on veteran difficulty with the goal on the strategy layer, so for Longbow of the Chosen, by the way, to stop Advent in their tech advancement. So the so-called force level that goes up every few weeks is controlled by actual missions that are happening, by UFOs landing, and if you can, in theory, you could prevent those UFOs from landing and prevent Advent from gaining force levels, and by that future tech. Oh, hang on, I forgot to loop the music. Anyway, so it's a bit of a thought experiment. Some of the combat missions are a little bit one-sided because, you know, it's veteran difficulty, enemies have less HP, but it's still, it's not a cakewalk. I already lost a soldier because, you know, overconfidence and all of that. So this is something I'm streaming currently Mondays and Saturdays. So yeah, if you're not following me on Twitch, then make sure to drop me a follow there. See when I go live. The other campaign that I'm also running on Twitch is a Longbow of the Chosen over-explained campaign. This is our co-op campaign that I'm running with aka Logical. Where we're basically playing the game together, and in this playthrough our goal is also really to explain every little detail of the game. So again, with the Steam release of Longbow of the Chosen, there are currently over 10,000 subscribers to the mod on the Steam Workshop. So a lot of new players that are coming into this, and I think this is a great opportunity to learn a little bit about the game mechanics, and about decision making and how the game works, how the strategy layer works. And so the way we co-op this, we've done a co-op campaign in the past where we basically pass the save game back and forth between us after every mission. So something similar is going to be happening here. The final format is not yet set in stone, but it's something we might not pass it over every mission. Maybe we do one stream session on my stream, one on his stream. So it's a work in progress, right? So that's happening every Thursday. So yeah, feel free to drop by and see how that is going. And if you can't make it to the stream times, or if you just don't like Twitch as a platform, all of the stream VODs are also uploaded here to YouTube. So I've created a second channel. This is the Livestream Archives channel. And this has then all the live streams since I started uploading them here. In playlists, there's very little effort going into this. I'm just saying that out loud. So I'm not editing anything. I'm not removing dead air. It's really just the full live stream VOD from start to finish, 4 hours, 6 hours uploaded just like that. The only thing I'm doing is adding thumbnails and putting them into playlists so it's easy to find what we're doing. Yeah, that's the Livestream Archives channel. And then finally, a bit of a review of the last year. So I was looking through the playlists that we had in 2021, and it was a fair bit. So we started off with our first covert infiltration campaign. I dabbled a little bit in Civilization. Enemy Within, our short campaign, was also this year. And Long War of the Chosen, obviously. I had some videos about board gaming with Battlestar Galactica. We haven't played in a while now, and I hope we resume that. So this might also return again. The second covert infiltration campaign just recently, and then of course the new Long War of the Chosen mod jam. And I've also done a whole bunch of series and guides. So busy year for me, lots of fun, but also fairly nice for the channel itself. So if you're not subbed yet, this is the one time in the year where I'll ask you, hey, consider pressing that sub button. So subscriptions went up like 50%. So we started at 2,500 at the start of this year, now almost 3,900. So yeah, that was a nice increase, and I'm happy that people think, hey, I like what this dude is doing, and consider that pressing that button. So thank you all for doing that. Thank you for, if you're here for longer, then thank you for sticking with me. And I hope that I'll continue to make interesting content in the years ahead. Obviously, the Long War of the Chosen mod jam campaign will take some time, will probably be another month or two. So I don't have really concrete plans what comes after that. There might be some more vanilla Long War of the Chosen with the Steam release. So that's probably something I want to do. I'm keeping an eye, a constant eye on Xenonauts 2, because that should be public beta or release at some point. Yeah, and there's still a lot of stuff happening in XCOM 2 modding in general. So the game is just staying fresh, and I like that. I didn't expect that when I started doing daily XCOM videos in 2016, that it would stay this way. But it is, to me, still enjoyable each and every day that I play, and I hope it stays so for a while. Well then, I think that's all I have for now. Have a happy new year. And I hope that 2022 just gets better over time. Alright, thanks everyone for watching. Enjoy the end of the year, and hopefully I'll see you next time.